China rejects 150,000 tons of U.S. beef. Russia seizes $1.2 billion market. What happened? China has abruptly rejected it. 150,000 tons of U.S. beef. A move widely reported as a major escalation in ongoing trade tensions between the two countries. This decision, valued at over $1.2 billion, dealt a severe blow to American beef exporters who had relied on the Chinese market as one of their top destinations in recent years. The fallout included sudden order cancellations, ripple effect through the supply chain, and substantial economic damage to cattle industries in states like Texas, Kansas, and Nebraska. The reason for rejection: official statement. China cited health and safety concerns as the public justification for the sudden rejection of U.S. beef. However, analysts and trade experts view this as a retaliatory move following new tariffs imposed by the U.S. on Chinese electric vehicles and other products. Timing. The rejection came shortly after U.S. policy changes, suggesting a calculated response intended to hurt key U.S. agricultural constituencies. Immediate impact on American producers: loss of a $1.2 billion. Annual market oversupply and falling beef prices at home. Threats to jobs throughout the U.S. beef supply chain: producers, processors, logistics. U.S. share of China's beef imports fell from over 12% in 2022 to under 6%. In early 2025, Russia steps in swift action. Russia quickly filled the gap left by the U.S., boosting beef exports to China by 32% in the first quarter of 2025. Reports indicate China's imports of Russian beef surged to over 41,000 tons in Q1 2025, up from just 9,800 tons in the same period 2 years prior. Strategic moves. Russia and China established a custom veterinary inspection system, unlocking export approvals for 40 Russian processing facilities. A new agricultural rail corridor now connects Russia to China directly, reducing shipping times from 28 days by sea to just 11 days by rail, a major logistical advantage. Nearly 9% of Russian beef exports to China are now transacted in yuan or rubles, effectively bypassing the U.S. dollar and cementing economic ties between the nations. Broader geopolitical and economic implications. China's move is viewed as both an economic and geopolitical strategy, weakening American agricultural leverage and strengthening alliances with countries like Russia. The deal is part of Russia's long-term plan to double beef exports by 2027, backed by a $1.1 billion investment in new farming and logistics infrastructure for American agriculture. The lost Chinese business is not easily replaced, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of global beef exports for years.